verse 13, man, it says, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy, man. So come on, man. So yeah, man, just deal with the suffering now, so that way you can be glorified and be good for eternity, man. See what I'm saying? It's kind of a small price, man. Although in his flesh, it seems like it's the biggest thing in the world, man. See what I'm saying? Because we don't remember half the shit, you know. This is crazy, man. It's a lot of stuff that we got to deal with in Babylon, so to speak, man. It's a lot of distractions, man. See what I'm saying? That's why it says it's the angels marvel that we were to stand so stiffly, man. But oh man, let's just keep going, man. If ye be reproached for the name of Mashiach, happy are ye, but the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified, man. See what I'm saying? So kind of going into a different topic, but most of the people in this world, man, they're not gonna be able to get this, man, because they're carnal, man. So on our part he's glorified, but as like it just said, man, on their part he's evil spoken of, man. That's why the scriptures say that the truth is evil spoken of. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Come on, man. 2 Peter's 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1 and I'm gonna get verse 2. But I'm sorry, Salakia says, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, man. So come on, man. It says, Salakia says, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction, man. So when you do that, back to the fish, man, you get swallowed up, man. The Lord get carnal with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't say he get carnal with you, but he'll make you be subject to a carnal death, man. See what I'm saying? He'll take you out real quick, man. If you don't want to do this truth, man, you'll get swallowed up by a fish, man. But the Lord, if he choose not to show you, be teaching you a lesson in that moment, man, that fish that'll be the end, man. He's not gonna, because if you're the elect, then sure he'll get on you, but he won't take you out like for good unless he deems like he just sees like it's time for you to basically be called back and put on a chariot and just wait until the time, man. See what I'm saying? But if you're just a carnal nigga, man, that happened to stumble around the truth and then got into some place where he didn't need to be, man, the Lord's gonna fucking deal with you real quick, man. See what I'm saying? He'll make you get swallowed by a fish, but you ain't getting spit back out, man. You getting digested, man. See what I'm saying? You gotta be careful, man. You see? But it says, as many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of, man. Come on, man. So yeah, man, the truth is gonna be evil spoken of because the world doesn't know the Lord at all, man. They think that the Esau set it up to where the Lord, if he's not talking about somebody that's just 100% just pure good, you know, then it's not talking about anything, man. See what I'm saying? In their eyes, man, they put that treasury bourgeois in everybody's head, where they think that the Lord is just this soft, sweet dude, man. Well, he's not, man. Says that he's a man of war, man. So you gotta understand who you're dealing with, man. You see? Salakia, man. I don't know, that shit covered, man. So sorry, I got some stuff in my eye, but anyway, it says, and through let's go down, man. Come on, man. So actually, I'm gonna read down through 5, man. I'll probably close it out after that. It says, and through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not, man. So make merchandise of us, man. It says, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down into hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved into judgment. See what I'm saying? It says, and spared not the old world, but saved the old world, but saved Noah the 8th person, and a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, man. So yeah, kind of like I said in the beginning, man. The Lord, they didn't take heed to Noah, so he flooded them out, man. See what I'm saying? And if you don't take heed to what the Lord has to say through the Spirit, then He'll put something that affects the flesh directly. You see what I'm saying? I should say that. Because you're not taking heed, man. So a nigga take heed to a hot stove in a quick second, point blank period, man. It's not that hard of a concept to grasp, man. So we're not gonna basically use your spiritual eye to take heed. Then He's gonna flood you out, man. Just like Jonah got swallowed up by the fish, man. You see what I'm saying? He didn't want to go through the Spirit, so the Lord had a fish come affect his flesh, man. And then, aside from that, you got now, man, where people aren't want to take heed to His Spirit, where He says that His Spirit is a consuming fire, man. See what I'm saying? He said that He put. I should really use where he said that He. Let's see. Let's get it. Let's see, man. Jeremiah 5 and verse 14. Let's see. I'm starting at verse 13. And the prophet shall become wind, and the word and the word is not. And the prophet shall become wind, and the word is not in them. Thus shall it be done unto them. So come on, man. Actually, let me start at verse 12, so that way you can kind of understand. It says, they have believed the Lord and said, it is not He. They have believed the Lord and said, it is not He. Neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine. And the prophet shall become wind, and the word is not in them. Thus shall it be done unto them. Wherefore, thus saith the Lord God of hosts, man, the Most High, man, says, because ye speak, YAHAWASHI says, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people would, and it shall devour them, man. So come on, man. If they don't want to take heed to this spiritual fire that's coming out of our mouths, then guess what? They're gonna get consumed with physical fire, man. Point blank period, man. So it's a reoccurring I should say theme that is pretty consistent and pretty clear, man. See what I'm saying? The Lord will literally will literally jack you up, man, and He will literally jack me up too, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing this, man. Cause hey, man, I had times, man. Trust me, man. I've been there, but yeah, man. I personally don't want to get jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Tired of wrestling with fucking demons and shit, man. Even in the world, man. You know, just taking that from a not from a literal but metaphorical standpoint, man. But now you can say that even literally, man. See what I'm saying? But honestly, I'm not gonna drag it on because the Spirit kind of already had me make the point that I want to make. So, yep. Let's get it, man. Let me get this and then close it out, man. It says Matthew's Matthews 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as not was since the beginning of the world to this time, nor no, nor ever shall be, man. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. Come on, man. Let's get it. There's one more that I want to get. Let's see. Get it, man. It says, skip down. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be, man. So basically, people weren't taking heed. People were just doing whatever they wanted to do, and they got flooded out, man. This time, the Lord said, he said he wasn't gonna flood the earth with water, you know, again. So he's gonna do it with fire, man. Point blank, period, man. He's cleaning it up either way, man. See what I'm saying? They're both clean ages, man. It says, for as in the days of Noah that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be, man. So Noah went to the ark, but they could see, you know, it was raining, man. See what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they got flooded out in like a split half of a second blink of an eye type thing, man. It was like shit, like it's coming down, man. So we realized that we fucked up. There's nothing we could do about it, man. So that's what's gonna be like now, man. It's gonna be strung out, man. See what I'm saying? It's gonna be on some fuck. Like I can actually ponder and meditate on what the hell I did, and I sincerely regret it. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff, man. It's not gonna be immediate deaths for everybody, man. You see? It says let me get this and then just close it out. It says, who then, this is verse 45, who then is a faithful and wise servant? It says, actually, let me get verse 44. It says, therefore be ye also ready, for in such as an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh, man. So an hour is basically when you don't think he's gonna come, man, because no man knoweth the hour, man. See what I'm saying? And honestly, if you're humble, then you never really are gonna believe that you're actually fully ready. You know, when it comes to this truth, man, you're always gonna think, oh man, I got more that I can do, I got more that I can work on, I could be a better servant. You see what I'm saying? In this area, in that area, in that area. It's like an artist, man. An artist is never actually like really satisfied with their work. They're always like, man, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. If you're actually in that mindset of I'm good, I'm solid, then guess what? You can place it. If you're in that mindset of I'm good, I'm solid, then you're what? You're being proud, man. Now that's why that's a key in something that's sort of a parable that is not understood, man. You see what I'm saying? The reason why you don't know when he's coming is because you're never going to be in the mindset of I'm fully prepared, man. If you're in the right spirit, man. You see what I'm saying? You're always going to have that ideal of I feel like I'm okay, but I could do more, man. You see what I'm saying? So it says that because he said that when everybody's sealed, then we're gonna he's gonna come. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't believe that you're fully to your best potential, then you're never gonna know the exact moment that the Lord's gonna show up, man. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense, man. So with that said, man, with that said, man, let me just keep going. It says, who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom the Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season, man. Blessed is that servant whom the Lord, when he cometh, he shall so find doing, man. So don't be in the gym. I don't know how I keep going back to the gym, man, but don't be in the gym lollygagging or hitting shit that you shouldn't be hitting, man. See what I'm saying? And like I said, sometimes, of course, man, you can't work out 24/7 straight, man. You know, it's bad for your muscles, man. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta take a break every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? Or here and there, man, in between. But don't take too long of a break, man. You see what I'm saying? Don't they're more like timeouts, man. They're not or I shouldn't even say that. They're more like resting just little periods to rest your muscles, man. See what I'm saying? But don't fully fucking just leave the gym and never come back, man, because you will get discouraged if you go in there trying to do more than what you can do, man, or trying to handle more than what you can handle, man. You see what I'm saying? But nobody's gonna know the hour of the Lord when He comes, because nobody's gonna be satisfied with how much work they do if you're in His truth, man. See what I'm saying? You're never gonna be fully satisfied, because you're always gonna be like, oh man, I could do more. There's always more to learn. There's always more to grow. There's always new things that are happening in the world that you could talk about that are dealing with prophecy, man. See what I'm saying? So no, that's why nobody's gonna know the time, man, because nobody's gonna. That's point's been made, man. I'm not gonna keep saying it. With that, I'm gonna say Shalom. First one is gonna praise, glory, honor to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Of course, again, Yahweh be truly powerful, mighty, holy name of the Most High Heavenly Father. YAHAWASHI be truly powerful, mighty, holy name of His only begotten Son. Second one, say double honor to Apostle El's GreatMillstone, who rule well. Third one, say Shalom Mahabak Yasharab. Shalom Mahabak Yasharab. You hope like this push truth across to the earth, man. And yeah, with that, Shalom.